All right, welcome in. This is Ranch Grizzlies taking on the Boulder Knights. Ranch Grizzlies are in blue, trimmed with green and white. Boulder in white with black and red. It's coming out to start. I see Carnese, Jaden, Mason, Hogan, and I think that's Benton. All right, face-off's going to be at center here. Face-off at center. Keegan on the draw. Keegan wins that. Over to Benton. Benton to Mason. Mason dumps it into the zone. Jaden there, applying some pressure. Mason on him. Center on the wall. Keegan is going to get there. He slows it up. Out to center ice, Hogan here. Hogan over to Benton. Misses. Up here. Inner centering pass. Up here. Inner centering pass. Picked up there by Jaden. Jaden stretch pass up to Keegan. Jaden stretch pass up to Keegan. Keegan breaks in 2-on-1 with Mason. Right there to Jaden. Jaden 2-on-1 with Mason. Right there to Jaden. Jaden shot backhand. Just goes wide of the post. Jaden, but that was Mason. Bumped that man off. Over to Keegan to Jaden. Jaden tips it. Went through the goalie's legs but missed the post. Tips it. Went through the goalie's legs but missed the post. Turnover there, Mason. Mason tries to center it, misses. Puck sent around. Hogan holds it. Hogan sent shot, tipped wide by the defenseman. Mason, Schleicher here. Schleicher goes behind the net. Schleicher, Benton just had that roll off his stick. This is going to be a delayed offside. Oh no, they're saying onside. Grizzlies are changing. Christopher here. Christopher's going to pick up that puck. Come in. Shot. Try to go 5-hole. Goalie got his leg pad on it. Christopher tries to get over to Hitzig. Hitzig to Bunger. Bunger along the wall. Puck out here. Bunger. Creates a turnover here. Bunger shot right in front. Nice turnover there. Nice steal of the puck there by Bunger. Sorry, Bunger created the turnover. Bunger to Dullum. Dullum shot. Misses. Over to Brandenburg. Brandenburg sends it down the wall. Back to Brandenburg at the point. Comes out of the zone. Owen settles it. Owen to Liam. Liam to Owen. Owen right onto Bunger's stick. Bunger breaks in. Bunger moves to middle. Has that puck come off of the stick. Hitzig cannot settle that for a shot. Break out. Boulder breaks in. Pass intercepted there by Dullum. Dullum gets that over to Christopher. Christopher gloves it down. Christopher, sauce pass over to Connor. Hitzig, just was in the air, couldn't get it out. Nice break in. Shot, goes wide. Partial line change completed. This is Brandon. Brandon blocks that shot. Brandon too far for Christopher, but into the neutral zone. This is Hayes. I'm guessing it's Hayes, or someone doesn't have a jersey. Our player in the all black. I think that's Hayes. Hayes over to Barrowcliff. Ian. Ian shot. Deflects wide. Brandon pinches. Not able to hold that. Hogan here. Hayes here. Hayes gets that over to Brandon Barrowcliff. Shot in front. Ian here. Logan. Logan comes through with that. Logan looking. Logan leaves that for Hogan. Comes out of the zone. Hogan. Who's this on D? That's Ian. So Ian Barrowcliff playing D today. Puck deflected in. It's going to be covered. 13-17, no score. Faceoff should be in the offensive zone for us. So coming onto the ice, you see Jaden, Robert, and Buckholtz. Brandon, Hogan, back on D. Face off here, Jaden. Jaden wins that, over to the wall. Brandon, down the wall, behind the glass. Center shot right on there by Robert. Puck cover there at the side of the net. So we must have an uneven group of forwards today. All right, so this is Jaden centering Robert and Buckholz. Hogan and Brandon Barrowcliff back on D. Knights try to push through. Stopped on that. Barrowcliff over to Jaden. Jaden breaks, skates it out. Jaden hits the neutral zone with speed. Jaden breaks into the offensive zone. Jaden down the right wing. Loses the puck. Centers it right in front. Hogan, shot. Misses. On the slap shot, just went wide. Puck was on edge, so that might have been why he couldn't get that on target. 12:39, line change. So D staying on. So D are Benton and Hogan now. So Keegan, Bunger, Mason. Bunger goes forward, picks up that puck, not able to send it back to the point. Knights pick that up. Puck sent across. Out. And down. Shot misses there by the Knights. Looks like penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be on the Grizzlies. Might be Benton coming off. Roughing is the call, Benton. So Bunger here. Penalty kill of Grizzlies. Bunger over to Brandenburg. Brandenburg up the wall, not out. Pass across. From the point, shot in front. Shot, saved there by the goalie. Rebound was available for a second. So killing the penalty for the Grizzlies. Keegan, Owen, Oliver, and Hogan. Face off one by the Knights. Down center in front. Shot. That was a nice looking play there. Bumper play. Puck came to the player right in the crease. Bunger. Oh, Bunger misses on that pass. Recovers. Settles it. Takes it into his zone. Over to Owen. Owen stretch pass. Up to Keegan. Keegan breaks in one-on-one. Gets around. Ooh. Got past his defender. He's just trying to drag it over his backhand, but came off his stick. Up to Bunger from Keegan. Bunger breaks in. Bunger across. Ooh, he's going high corner. Missed. 52 seconds left on this penalty. Bunger here. Hogan flips it out. Here, Keegan. Keegan flips that over to Perez. Perez has got some speed. Perez fans on that shot into the goalie's glove. Frozen there. So 12 seconds left on this penalty. Perez, Dullum, Brandon Barrowcliff, and Hitzig. Perez on this face-off. Face-off goes behind the Knights' goal. They circle. Up. Chip forward by Hitzig. Held in the zone there by Perez. Perez sends it down. Penalty is over now. So full strength Grizzlies. First kill over. Shot off stick save there, goalie. This is Barrowcliff. Barrowcliff to Hitzig. Hitzig cannot load that shot. Sends it behind the net. Ian Barrowcliff around, centered in front to Perez. Never got there. Intercepted there by the Knights. Kitzig takes a hit. Up high. No call. Puck is out. This is going to be an ice, I think. Yep. So Logan, Jaden, Hayes. Jaden here, face off. Not out. Sent around. Held in by Brandon for a second. Boulder breaks out. Hooked away there by Logan. Logan to Jaden. Over to Dullum. Dullum to Jaden. Up. Boulder dumps it in. I was going to say Parker Knights for some reason. Dullum sends it over to Brandon. Brandon up the wall to Logan. Logan's pass behind Jaden. Logan here. Logan to Hayes. Hayes chips it in. Not out. Hayes has got to get onside here. Dumped right back in. Off the wall. Jaden. Jaden plows forward. Jaden taking on 3. Shot. Robert. That hit the net. No, they say play on, I guess. Logan over to Owen. Owen over to Hogan. Hogan to Logan off his skate. Forward. Tipped forward. Robert into the zone. So Buckholtz and Robert on. Center now by Bunger. Puck comes out. Shot, glove save there. 8:08 left in the first, no score. Face off here, Bunger. Boulder went forward with that. Puck frozen there by Dom. I think this is Dom. Goalie's number 30. Bunger here. Bunger tries to go forward. Bunger gets hooked. How's that? No call there by the ref. He was staring at him. Boulder player had his stick up in Oliver's armpit. Dragged him down from behind. No call. Tipped away from the goalie. Hogan here. Hogan has pressure applied to him. Hogan loses that battle. Bunger comes in and cleans up. Bunger here. Bunger breaks forward. Bunger hits the blue line of speed. Bunger tries to move through on a move. Over to Buckholtz. Buckholtz has that puck come off his stick. Sent back down by Robert. Brandenburg can't move forward. Hogan forward, up. Bunger tips it into the zone. Line change here. 7:16 in the period. Dumped across. Buckholtz, end of a long shift here. Ian. Up to Mason. Mason looking. Mason tries to get around. Has that puck come off of his stick. Back to the point. This is Dullum. Dullum to Benton. Benton looking. Benton curls off. Benton at the blue line. Tries to move forward. Has that puck come off his stick over to Keegan. Keegan goes behind the net. Keegan looking. Keegan moves towards the face-off circle. Has that come off of his stick. Keegan over to Mason. Mason try to get to Ian. Turned over. Boulder breaks out. 3-on-3. Dullum with the poke. Comes off that Boulder stick. This is Benton. Benton hit from behind, no call. Ooh, nice save there. So Perez coming on. Jaden. Perez, Jaden, and Hitzig. So it looks like we're playing 4 forward lines with 3 centers. So we'll see a different center every time. Perez picks that up, comes out in the left wing. Perez shot, rebounds up. Got his own rebound. Not able to fire that on. Nice initial save off Christopher's rush. Over to the wall. Christopher here. Sends it behind the wall. Penalty coming up on Boulder. Passes across. Delayed penalty on Boulder. All right, let's see what the call is. High stick, 16. So power play Grizzlies. So face off here. Power play. So Jaden, draw one by Boulder. They send it behind their net. Sent up to the wall. Boulder tries the other side. Keegan playing a point here. Keegan pinches. Puck comes out. Christopher not able to stop that man. Christopher is going to ice that puck. Play didn't work. I think he was trying to hit Jaden at center ice. So face off here. So Jaden, Christopher, Oliver, Keegan, and Hitzig. Oliver here. Oliver skates it out of his zone, passes it over to Hitzig. Hitzig moves forward. Hitzig loses that puck, goes into the corner. Puck here. Jaden. Over to Hitzig. Back to Jaden. Jaden behind the net. Over to Oliver. Oliver looking. Oliver surveying. Over to Keegan. Keegan shot right through. Nice hard snap shot. I think the goalie made a save with his blocker. Keegan here. Keegan in the neutral zone. Keegan reverses. Accelerates into the zone. Comes on the right wing. Tries to move towards the middle. Puck got left. Puck back out. Oliver here. Oliver breaks in. Oliver to Hitzig. Hitzig not able to move past that man. Puck goes down. Sent around there. Keegan here. Keegan accelerates. Keegan breaks in. Jaden. Jaden misses it on that shot. Puck trickles forward. It's going to be smothered. 21 seconds left. So for remaining power play, it's like I see Mason, Logan, Ian, Benton, and Hogan. Mason on this face-off. Mason not able to send that up. Puck comes out. Past Hogan's skate. Puck was bouncing. Benton here. Benton breaks through. Benton breaks in. That's right in front. Covered. .334 in the period. We've had one power play each, both unsuccessful. So Ian, Mason, Logan, Benton, and Hogan face off to the goalie's right. Face off one there, Mason. Mason to Ian. Ian's shot moves forward. Sent forward. Off the goalie's glove. Not out. Ian. I'm sorry. Mason to Ian. Dumps in. Ian in pursuit here. Turnover there created by Logan for a sec. Late offside there. Logan had to tag up. This is Benton. Benton breaks in. Benton gets through. Benton's shot. Logan here. Logan leaves it for Mason. Mason down the wall. Mason goes behind the net. Mason up to Hogan. Hogan bothered there. Logan sends it back down the wall behind the net. Hey, buddy, watch out. Ian here. Creates a turnover over to Mason. Mason tripped up, no call. Puck is up. Brandon to Logan. Dumped in. Cross ice. Brandon here. Shot right on. No rebound. 1:57 left in the period. No score still. So Oliver, Buckholz, over to Brandenburg, looking for the other forward. It should be Robert, it is. Buckholz skates onto that puck. Buckholz breaks forward. Buckholz shot off the blocker, up and over. Boulder tries to break forward. Nice interception there. This is Robert. Robert on the wall. Robert shot, deflects wide across the goal mouth, back to the point, Brandenburg. Brandenburg shot, blocked in front. There's going to be a breakaway here. Got to be careful. Boulder had a... Boulder breaks in 2-on-1. That was tough. I think their forward actually mishandled the puck. It went through the goalie's legs. Tough one there. 1-0. Still plenty of time, though. 1:14 left in the first. Boulder up 1-0. Face off here. Jaden, Christopher, Connor Hitzig. Boulder here. Poked away there nicely by Christopher. Christopher to Jaden. Jaden breaks in. Right there. That's a goal. Christopher, Jaden, nice feet in front. Grizzlies tied it right back up. That's going to be Christopher. Jaden made a nice move down the right wing. Held off the defender. Put a centering pass right across the goal mouth on his backhand. Christopher's there to finish it. So tied up at 1. Jaden here. Jaden across. Hitzig. Hits shot, misses. Dullum here at the right point. Dullum across to Owen. Owen down the wall. Hitzig. Hitzig misses again with his shot. Dullum to Jaden. Jaden here along the wall. Not able to get that forward. It's a dangerous play there. Once again, Boulder had a player behind our last D, but ooh, wow, I thought that was in. Hit the side of the net. Shot across there. This is Hitzig. Hitzig across to Owen. Owen misses on his pass. He's going to be iced with 9 seconds left. 9.4 left exactly. So see Mason, Ian, Benton, looking for the center here. Keegan. Keegan's the other forward. Ian was playing center. Puck frozen there at the side of the net. .7 seconds left here. Mason on the straw. Mason over to the wall. That's going to be it. It's going to be the end of 1. We'll be back in a minute. All right, face off here. Ian here, over to Hogan. Hogan sends it forward. Off of Mason's stick, into the zone. They break out. Hogan's gonna get to this puck. Hogan here, Hogan being harassed. Hogan high off the wall, Mason, over to Ian. Ian not able to get that forward, blocked. This is Benton. Benton has that puck come off of his stick. Sent forward. Boulder breaks in. Toe drag misses. This is Mason. Mason breaks in, cuts across. Mason goes behind the net. Mason up. Ian. Ian not able to center that. Nice poke check there by Hogan. Oof. Keegan here. Keegan breaks out. Keegan's got Christopher. Keegan gets through, gets spun. Over to Christopher. Christopher over to Keegan. Keegan along the wall. Keegan toe drag here, gets by one. Gets through another, centers it. Goalie blocks that centering pass. Shot, stick save, into the net. $15.25. So Bunger, Logan, I'm thinking this is Hayes and the all black. Bunger on the faceoff. Back on the D. Brandenburg and Brandon. Face off. Back to the point. Comes down the wall. Up. Logan chips it out. In pursuit. Logan creates a turnover here. Logan tries to leave that for Oliver. Oliver picks that up. Oliver across. Too far for Brandon. Down the wall, Hayes. Not able to move that forward. Logan tries to get forward. Not able to get that deep. Hayes not able to move that. Over to Oliver. Oliver retreats. Oliver curls. Brandon. Brandon to Owen. Owen to Oliver. Oliver in. Logan here. Logan goes behind the net. Tries to go to the point. Brandon here. Brandon shot. Tipped right on. Rebound's there. Boulder dumps that forward. Back. This is Brandon. Brandon to Brandenburg. Short pass here. Up to Bunger. Bunger at the blue line. Bunger comes in. Bunger shot, score! Wow! Pretty goal. Snapshot. He went high blocker. Kind of cross the ice there. Nice shot there by Bunger. 2-1 Grizzlies. 14:10 left in the second. Face off here. Jaden. Clearing pass by Boulder. Gets a skate, stays in the zone for a second. Out to the neutral zone now. Boulder moves forward. Dullum sends that over the wall. This is Jaden. Jaden to Buckholt. Buckholt sweeps that forward. Turned over there. Boulder here in their zone. They go DD. Robert applying pressure. Puck doesn't come out. I'm sorry. Puck comes out. Boulder down into the corner here. Dullum pinches his man off the wall. Centering pass. Jam shot there at the side of the goal. Is the net off, or what do we got here? I'm guessing they're saying the net was off. No penalties being called here. Jaden here. Oof. Benton went for a toe drag in front, left the puck. Puck down into the zone. Jaden here. Benson, it's Jaden here, fighting off 3. Up the wall. Robert's getting a penalty. He got his elbows up. That was kind of soft, I think. He's going to get an elbow or a cross check. So power play Boulder, 12:55 in the second. Let's see Dullum, Benton, Itzig, and I'm looking for this other forward, Perez. 12:55, face-off down in the Grizzly zone. Perez lose that draw. Boulder goes up to the point. Hold in there. Shot. That D-man walked all the way in. Tied up at 2, power play goal. 10 seconds in the power play, tied up. Nice shot there by number 9. So, coming out now, Ian Hitzig. I'm guessing that's Mason. Hogan and Brandenburg. Corey getting an explanation about something from the ref here. That's what the delay is. All right, here we go, face off. Explanation's over. Face off. Into the Grizzly zone. Brandenburg back. Brandenburg gets that up to the neutral zone. Brandenburg here. Brandenburg tried to sweep that over Perez. Didn't make it. Perez interrupts that clearing pass. Brandenburg with a big hit there. Hogan shot into the glove. Back to work here. Ian. Face off. There we go. Hitzig. Hitzig centers right in front. Oh, Barrowcliff was walking right down the spot. He fired a shot on it. It may have been deflected. It missed high and wide. I think it probably hit a stick in front after Ian shot it. Good look there by Ian. Nice feathering pass from Connor. Puck bounces over Connor's stick. There. Good chance there. Brandenburg pulls that in the zone for a second. Boulder breaks out. 2-on-1. So Bunger, Keegan, Dullum, Brandon, and Mason. 11:49. 2-on-1 breakaway. Their player did not miss. He beat our goalie high glove into the corner. Schleicher across to Keegan. Keegan looking here. Keegan lost that as he's moving across the goal mouth on his backhand. Puck down. Puck is up. Dumped in. Brandon intercepts that. Brandon here. Brandon puts on the brakes. Brandon up the wall to Mason. Mason got Keegan. Mason moves into the zone. Mason goes back to the point to Dullum. Dullum's shot is blocked. Brandon back to Dullum. Dullum inside of his zone. Dullum looking over to Brandon. Up. Mason misses that. He We could have gotten Mason potentially for a tripping, but they did not call it. Keegan here. Keegan accelerates. Keegan hits the blue line. Keegan cuts across. Keegan shot, save. Keegan shot, blocked. Across, Dullum. Dullum down the wall to Bunger. Bunger behind the net, picks it up. Bunger curls at the left face-off dot. Bunger goes behind the net. Stick was up. No call. Puck comes out. This should be in. They're going to say no ice. Dullum is back here. Misses up to Hayes. Hayes takes it out of the zone on a stick handle. That was a messy goal. Puck popped up in the air and they just kind of chipped it in. So Jaden, Logan, Hayes, 9:48. Bit of a sloppy couple minutes here for us. Face off. This is Benton. Benton breaks in. Benton holds off that man. Benton tries to jam it. It's at the side of the net. Jaden, Logan, Hayes, Brandenburg, Benton. Jaden here tries to move forward. Logan goes behind the net. Logan to Hayes. Hayes shot right in front. Oh man, that was right there. Tipped. Jaden not able to get on his backhand. Boulder breaks out. Not able to get that shot on. Forward. Jaden. Hitzig. Shot. Goal. Pretty goal there by Hitzig. Across the grain. Beat the goalie. High glove. Hit one back. Deficit back down to 3. So Oliver, Hayes, Logan coming on. Sent behind the net, out of Brandon's reach. Down in the corner there. Dylan dumps it in from his butt. No call. Hayes here. Whoa, Logan missed that. Nice centering pass there by Hayes. Dullum, pass comes out. Logan sends it around to Brandon. Pass behind Bunger. Down. Iced now. Faceoff's going to come down. To goalie's right. So I see Brandenburg. Looking for the other place. Benton. Ian. Puck out. Buckholz and Robert. Fan on the dump. Puck goes behind the net. Right in front. So Ian on this draw. We're going to try the other side. Good save there. Feed from below the goal line. One-time shot. Goalie was ready though. Puck up. Robert gets it out. Robert takes the hit. No call. And he stops that play. Plays offside. Offside. $13:04. So now Keegan, Jaden, Mason. Keegan breaks in. Keegan shot. Wow, goal. Crazy shot. Bar down. Blink of eye, that was in. 7-5 now. Beautiful shot by Carnesi. Jaden won that face off. Keegan streaked down the right wing, shot it from around the right face-off dot. Just beat the goalie high over his blocker. Corner and in. Jaden. Owen here. Owen, shot. Deflected by the goalie's stick into the corner. Keegan leaves it along the wall. Jaden takes a bump. Keegan here. Keegan looking. Keegan to Benton. Benton loses that on the handle to his backhand. Shot. Just misses. Benton here. Held in. Sent around Keegan. Keegan slips away, picks it up behind his net. Keegan's going to accelerate here. There. Oh, wow, that's in. Wow. Keegan, 2 goals on 1 shift. He just slipped that one past the goalie. And in. Nice goal. Carnesi single-handedly bringing us back to 1. 7-6, 12:03. So Hitzig, Perez. We need a center here. Oliver coming on. Hogan here inside of his zone. Hogan gets that forward. Oliver kicks it to himself. Oliver here, he's got Perez in front. Back to Della. Hogan, shot right on. Dumped in. Dullum here. Dullum to Hogan. Hogan behind his net. Hogan shot, pass up. Deflects away from Bunger. Hitzig lost it, trying to come out of the zone. Sent out of the zone. This is Bunger. Bunger gets through. Bunger shot right on. Brandon dumps it into late offside. Grizzlies tag up. Boulder back. Back to Dullum. Dullum to Brandon. Brandon to Perez. Perez right there. Shot. Ooh, nice look there by Hitzig off the feed from Perez. Boulder breaks back out. They dump it. Hits the bench and out of play. So Ian, Logan, Hayes. Oh, there's a broken stick on the ice and no one noticed. What's going on here? Why is... What are they calling here? Delay of game? They call it delay of game? For what? I know, but I mean, we didn't throw it on the ice. So, all right, so Boulder with the mystery power play. I think they called delay of game. Shot. Up. Ian here. Ian gets it forward. It's down. So Ian and Logan, Benton and Brandon. Logan forces him back behind the net. Up forward. Into the zone. Pin that man to the wall. Logan over to Benton. Benton curls back behind his net.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
For what? Did we throw the puck?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the call was unsportsmanlike. Logan flips it high and up. Hit with the high stick. So Dullum got the penalty for unsportsmanlike, or maybe it was a bench minor, but regardless, Dullum is in the box. So we were about to face off, and then we pointed out that there was a broken stick on the ice. Referee went to go pick up the stick, and then there was an unsportsmanlike call. I have no idea what happened there. Referee seems especially sensitive. So Keegan over to Jaden. Jaden, back to Keegan. Keegan here. Keegan's slippery here. Keegan slips through too. Keegan's shot deflects high over the net. That's in! Wow! Jaden from the side of the net. Shorthanded goal there by Jaden, ties it up at 7. So Keegan fired a shot that was deflected, hit the end glass, bounced right to the corner of that. Jaden was there, poked it in before the goalie could get there. He ties it up, 7-7, 9-14. Shorthanded goal there, Jaden. Face off here. Face off back. Boulder breaks in. Shot tipped away or deflected away by the goalie. Into the corner. Hard to see it there. Along the wall. Held in there, but poked out by Keegan. Keegan tries to chip that forward. It goes back. Owen here. Penalty is over. Owen slips away. Owen's going to ice this. He's going for a stretch pass. Just didn't work. So Buckholz and Robert should be out here. Icing. Face off to Dom's right. Dullum is back on the ice. They're going to call a face off over to the left of Dom. Ian on the straw. Dullum, I'm looking at Dullum and Benton. Centering pass intercepted by Barrowcliff. Ian. He lifts it out to center ice. Dullum forward. Dullum deflects that. Comes out. Barrowcliff is here. Barrowcliff's going to dump that in. Puck goes around. Buckholz here. Buckholz pins his man to the wall. Leaves it for Barrowcliff. Barrowcliff comes around. Barrowcliff intercepts that from behind. Sends it behind the wall. Benton made one fancy move, then lost it on the second. Dullum back in his zone. Dullum up to Ian. Ian hits the red line. Ian comes in across the blue line. Ian goes below the goal line, looking, centers it. Robert Held in there, Dullum. Dullum over to Benton. Benton shot, deflects high onto the glass. Benton here at the left point. Benton's got Dullum. Benton gets through. Oh, just trickled that wide. Puck is up. Benton sends it down the wall. Good forecheck pressure by this group. Buckholtz over to Ian. Up, not out. Benton slips one. Across. Robert just mishandled that pass. Out to the neutral zone, Benton. Dullum here. Dullum gets by one. Dullum hits the blue line, flutters that on. Ref says play it. Oliver's on. Hitzig is on. This is Perez. Perez has that puck roll off of his stick. Back to point, Hitzig it to Hogan. Hogan dumps it behind the net. Perez intercepted there by Boulder before Christopher could get to it. Hitzig, shot, deflects high into the corner. Perez sends that down the wall, but intercepted. Fought for there, comes out to the neutral zone. That's Brandon. Brandon to Bunger. Bunger, Hitzig partially fanned on that shot. Nice feed there by Bunger. Sprung him. Hitzig there. 6:02 in the period. We're going to say no ice based on that. Chip there by Hogan. Hogan's back. Bunger here. Bunger accelerating. Bunger gets around one. Right there. Shot, score. Perez. Nice feed, Bunger. Bunger streaked down the left wing with a lot of speed. Got past his man. Got a centering pass right to Perez. Perez put that just over the goalie's pad under his glove. Grizzlies have come all the way back. Let's see if we can hold this. Timeout Boulder, I think. We're going to go on mute just so we don't catch the music. All right. Timeout by Boulder. So Keegan, Benton, Mason, Jaden, Hitzig back on D now. Face off. Boulder breaks in. Benton here. Benton high off the wall. Intercepted by Boulder. Boulder in the corner. Mason here. Mason breaks forward. Wow, nice save. Net's off. They're not going to stop the play. The net's off. Breakaway play there. Interesting. Referee was resetting the net way behind the play. Shot off the post.